Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of The Locker Room. I am your host. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Reggie. Now listen, the Los Angeles Clippers defeated the Portland Trailblazers tonight. As you guys can see on the screen, the Los Angeles Clippers won by a score of 118 to 112. Very good road victory for the Los Angeles Clippers, currently sitting at 13-9 on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, Norman Powell did erupt for 22 points in the fourth quarter. So shout out to Norman Powell. He definitely fueled the Clippers to a nice road win. Now, something to me that is very, very alarming, and I'm sorry, but we've got to talk about this, man. And that is one Kawhi Leonard. Now, I read a report, and this is what the report says. It says, neither Kawhi Leonard or Paul George traveled with the LA Clippers on their 2-game road trip that begins in Portland on Tuesday night. The star duo has struggled with injuries since joining forces in 2019 and have once again been sidelined at the same time. Having not made the trip to Portland, both players will be out on Tuesday night versus the Trailblazers. So apparently Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are both out with injuries. Now this is it's just sad to see at this point, because I am expecting to see the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard on the court, and for whatever reason, Kawhi Leonard in particular is just never healthy. Now, he's been dealing with this injury, as you all know, dating back to 2017, I believe. That's when this whole thing kind of started with Zaza Pachulia, getting up under him. Kawhi Leonard fell on top of his foot, and he's just been having problems ever since. So now the article goes on to say that in 5 games this year, Leonard has averaged 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game while shooting 42% from the floor. In terms of condition, Kawhi Leonard still has some work to do, which is expected given that he missed the entire 21-22 season. While he missed a chunk of the time early on this season, the Clippers do not appear to be worried about Leonard's long-term availability, whether he returns this upcoming week or during the team's upcoming 4-game road trip. It does appear as if the All-Star forward will be back on the floor in the coming week. Okay, so we've got an update on this whole situation with Kawhi Leonard. Hopefully, man, he's not going to continue to miss even more time. Now, a guy that came out recently on Serge Ibaka's show is Fred VanVleet. Now, if you guys don't know, Fred VanVleet is a member of the Toronto Raptors, and he was Kawhi's teammate when Kawhi won his championship in the 6. Now, this is what Fred VanVleet had to say about Kawhi Leonard.
If Kawhi stayed, do we go back-to-back?
3-peat.
3-peat.
Yeah, for sure. It was just a perfect group of individuals, and we all understood. Everybody had the right mindset for the roles. I think definitely we would want a few more.
I want to talk about this for a second, because I found this to be very, very interesting. Now, if you guys remember, when Kawhi Leonard won his championship in Toronto, there was a lot of people, including guys like Drake, that were saying, listen, man, let's run it back. I mean, we've got a good team. LeBron is out the way. He's in the East. Giannis hadn't, emerged yet. Joel Embiid, they just beat him in the playoffs that year. A lot of people felt like Kawhi Leonard should have stayed in Toronto. For whatever reason, he decided he wanted to go back home to Los Angeles. Now, it was reported that Kawhi Leonard was going to join LeBron James and Anthony Davis with the Los Angeles Lakers, but unfortunately, Kawhi Leonard decided he was going to join the LA Clippers.
Nope.
Now, the Clippers have done, next to nothing, these last 4 years that he's been on the team, man. And honestly, when you really look at it, it's really just been one big failure with the Clippers, man. I mean, the only thing they have on their resume, as you guys can see, are, a couple of Christmas Day and opening night banners. Now, if I was Kawhi Leonard at this point, listen, bro, I don't know what you got to do to get yourself on the court and stay on the court and be healthy and play. It seems like if you look at this guy the wrong way, he might miss 4 weeks. If you pass gas on Kawhi Leonard, he'll be out for 2 months at this point. I mean, it's getting flat out ridiculous, man. And like I said, I'm not up here with a narrative, right? Like some of these dudes when it comes to guys like LeBron James and things of that nature. I'm not up here pushing no narrative on Kawhi Leonard. I just want to see the guy play, man. I'm actually a fan of Kawhi Leonard. But like I said, he's never on the court. He's never healthy. So if you're Steve Ballmer, if you're, running the Los Angeles Clippers, at what point do you say, you know what, man, we've got to just go ahead and trade these two on the screen and get what we can for them. Because if you continue to wait, Kawhi Leonard won't have any trade value.
Nope.
You're best getting rid of him now while people still think he can at least contribute to a ball club. If people keep seeing this guy missing games year in and year out, in a couple more years, if not next year or if not this year, people are going to be out on Kawhi Leonard. So Steve Ballmer, the Los Angeles Clippers, y'all have got to take a really deep look at this point and say, does it make sense for us to trade Kawhi Leonard now? Because if we wait, listen, we might not get anything for this guy. Now, when it comes to Paul George, you guys already mortgaged your future for Paul George. At this point, you're damn near stuck with Paul George. You gave up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and picks, for the next 4, 5, 6 years. So y'all are just stuck with PG. But when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, man, I would seriously consider trading the Los Angeles Clippers star player, man. But listen, I want to get you guys' thoughts in the comments down below, man. What do you think about this Kawhi Leonard situation? Would you want Kawhi Leonard on your ball club? Me personally, I would have to say at this point, hell no. I'm good. I'm good on this guy. He can't stay healthy and he cannot play games. So, no, I'm good, me personally. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below, man. Let me know. This was another installment of The Locker Room. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Kawhi Leonard, that might be the biggest choke job we've ever seen in NBA history. I mean, it was that bad. It was that bad. We're talking about a two-time MVP. We're talking about a two-time champion who Max Kellerman has bloviated about being the best in the world. And what happens? You're up 3-1 in the second round, not the conference finals, in the second round against Denver, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, not LeBron James. And in the second round, up 3-1, you blow a 3-1 lead. What do? You shoot 6 of 22 from the field. You shoot 1 for 11 in the second half. You didn't even get to the free throw line. Just an absolute positive choke job, period. Oh, it's just that simple. And I gotta say this hurts me. This hurts me because I love this brother. I think he's one of the best people you could ever meet in the NBA, and I do think he's a star. But Paul George doesn't get taken off the hook either. I mean, his performance was abysmal. It was just as bad as Kawhi Leonard. When you're in a corner, wide open, behind the three-point line, and you hit the side of the backboard, and you can't buy a basket, I can't let him off the hook.
Yeah, what I say in the beginning of the year, what I say? Hey, we're going to playoffs. Hey, check that goal off now, folks. Yeah. Check that goal off now. Bad boys. I told you he was going to playoffs. Did nobody believe me? Weak ass Clippers. Beat they ass. Out of here. Out of here.